Little Johnny jokes. So little Johnny's teacher is warned at the beginning of the school year not to ever make a bet with Johnny unless she is absolutely sure she will win it. One day in class, Johnny raises his hand and says, "Teacher, I'll bet you $50 I can guess what color your underwear is." She replies, "Okay, meet me after class end. We'll settle it." But before class ends, she goes to the restroom and removes her panties. After class is over and the students clear out, Johnny makes his guess. Blue. Nope. You got it wrong, she says as she lifts her skirt to reveal she isn't wearing any underwear. Well, come with me out to my dad's car, he's waiting for me, and I'll get you the money. She follows him out. When they get to the car, she informs his dad that he got the bet wrong and that she showed Johnny that she wasn't wearing any underwear. His dad exclaims, "That motherfucker. He bet me $100 this morning that he'd see your pussy before the end of the day." Jokes about men. Two factory workers are talking. The woman says, "I can make the boss give me the day off." The man replies, "And how would you do that?" The woman says, "Just wait and see." She then hangs upside down from the ceiling. The boss comes in and says, "What are you doing?" The woman replies, "I'm a light bulb." The boss then says, "You've been working so much that you've gone crazy. I think you need to take the day off." The man starts to follow her and the boss says, "Where are you going?" The man says, "I'm going home, too. I can't work in the dark." Black humor jokes. An old Arab lived close to New York City for more than 40 years. He would have loved to plant potatoes in his garden, but he is alone, old and weak. His son is in college in Paris, so the old man sends him an email. He explains the problem: "Beloved son, I am very sad, because I can't plant potatoes in my garden. I am sure, if only you were here, you would help and dig up the garden for me. I love you, your father." The following day, the old man receives a response email from his son: "Beloved father, please don't touch the garden. It's there that I have hidden the thing. I love you, too, Ahmed." At 4 p.m. the U.S. Army, the Marines, the FBI, the CIA and the Rangers visit the house of the old man, take the whole garden apart, search every inch, but can't find anything. Disappointed, they leave the house. A day later, the old man receives another email from his son. "Beloved father, I hope the garden is dug up by now and you can plant your potatoes. That's all I could do for you from here. I love you, Ahmed." Jokes about life. What is Jehovah's Witnesses' favorite band? The Doors. Little Johnny jokes. While playing in the backyard, little Johnny kills a honeybee. His father sees him killing the honeybee and angrily says, "No honey for you for 1 month." Later that afternoon, Johnny's dad catches him tearing the wings off a butterfly. "That's it. No butter for you for 1 month," says his dad. Later that evening, as Johnny's mother cooks dinner, a cockroach runs across the kitchen floor. She jumps and stomps on it, and then looks up to find little Johnny and her husband watching her. Little Johnny looks at his father and says, "Are you going to tell her, Dad, or do you want me to?" Little Johnny jokes. Little Johnny is always being teased by the other neighborhood boys for being stupid. Their favorite joke is to offer Johnny his choice between a nickel and a dime. Little Johnny always takes the nickel. One day, after Johnny takes the nickel, a neighbor takes him aside and says, "Johnny, those boys are making fun of you. Don't you know that a dime is worth more than a nickel, even though the nickel's bigger?" Johnny grins and says, Well, if I took the dime, they'd stop doing it, and so far I've made $20. Sex jokes? A boss said to his secretary, I want to have sex with you, I will make it very fast. I'll throw $1,000 on the floor, by the time you bend down to pick it I'll be done. She thought for a moment, then called her boyfriend and told him the story. Her boyfriend then said to her, do it, but ask him for $2,000, pick up the money very fast, he wouldn't even have enough time to undress himself. So she agrees. Half an hour goes by, the boyfriend decides to call girlfriend, he asks, what happened? She responds, the bastard used coins I'm still picking and he is still fucking. Little Johnny jokes. Finding one of her students making faces at others on the playground, Miss Smith stopped to gently reprimand the child. Smiling sweetly, the Sunday school teacher said, Johnny, when I was a little girl, I was told if that I made ugly faces, it would freeze and I would stay like that. Little Johnny looked up and replied, well, Ms. Smith, you can't say you weren't warned. Little Johnny jokes. A teacher was teaching her second grade class about the government, so for homework that one day, she told her students to ask their parents what the government is. When little Johnny got home that day, he went up to his dad and asked his what the government was. His dad thought for a while and answered, look at it this way, I'm the president, your mom is Congress, your maid is the work force, you are the people and your baby brother is the future. I still don't get it, responded the little Johnny. Why don't you sleep on it then? Maybe you'll understand it better, said the dad. Okay then, good night, said little Johnny went off to bed. In the middle of the night, little Johnny was awakened by his baby brothers crying. He went to his baby brother's crib and found that his baby brother had taken a crap in his diaper. So little Johnny went to his parents' room to get help. When he got to his parents' bedroom, he looked through the keyhole to check if his parents were asleep. Through the keyhole he saw his mom loudly snoring, but his dad wasn't there. So he went to the maid's room. When he looked through the maid's room keyhole, he saw his dad having sex with his maid. Little Johnny was surprised, but then he just realized something and thinks aloud, oh, now I understand the government. The president is screwing the workforce, Congress is fast asleep, nobody cares about the people, and the future is full of shit. Cop jokes. A male driver is pulled over by a cop and the following conversation takes place. Man, what's the problem, officer? Cop, you were going at least 75 in a 55 zone. Man, no sir, I was going 65. Wife, oh Harry, you were going 80. Man gives his wife a dirty look. Cop, I'm also going to give you a ticket for your broken tail light. Man, broken tail light? I didn't know about a broken tail light. Wife, oh Harry, you've known about that tail light for weeks. Man gives his wife a dirty look. Cop, I'm also going to give you a citation for not wearing your seat belt. Man, oh, I just took it off when you were walking up to the car. Wife, oh Harry, you never wear your seat belt. Man, shut your mouth, woman. Cop, ma'am, does your husband always talk to you this way? Wife, no, only when he's drunk.